Alright, so here are my top 5 movies of 2018. Number 1 on this list, well, number 5, but the first one I'm going to mention is actually a movie I worked on, so it's a little biased, but really I think it's an awesome movie. You should go watch it. It's called The Vast of Night. Now, this movie's premiering at the Slam Dance Film Festival in the end of January here, so just a couple weeks, and we're going to go to Park City, Utah and watch that, and it's going to be awesome. It's been getting a bunch of hype, and so I'm super stoked for it. I've seen it, and that's why I put it on this list, as I finally got to see the full copy this year. And I think it's an awesome movie. I've seen it 3 times and it gets better every time. So if you have the chance to see it, go watch it. Or if not, just look it up on IMDb and watch the trailer. It's pretty cool that a movie I worked on is like going to Park City, Utah, to a huge film festival. So that's pretty awesome. So I won't say any more about that movie, but it's kind of a sci-fi-ish movie, so go watch that. Number 4 on my list. Now, I need to say, not a single movie on my top 5 would have been in my top 10 of last year. Not a single one. That's how bad the movies were this year, in my opinion. So take this with a grain of salt, but my number 4 movie, best movie of the year, is Black Panther. Now, Black Panther is definitely overrated. It is not a Best Picture worthy movie, okay? People are talking about Oscars and like, Black Panther should get a this and a that and a nomination for this. No, it really shouldn't. It's not that good, but it was still a ton of fun to watch, and I really enjoyed the movie. I did have a few problems with it, but I won't go into that right now, but Black Panther is one of those movies that it came out at the right time, and that's why it's such a powerful movie and why so many people like it. But you step back from that and go, okay, it's a top Marvel movie, but it's not even that great. I mean, I don't think any Marvel movie is like mind-blowingly good. I think Winter Soldier is probably the best Marvel movie, and I don't think this one's as good as that one. It's a pretty good movie. Go watch it. It's really important to society right now, and I think that's one reason why you should go watch it, is because of how many people it has impacted in such a positive way. So props for them for doing that. They did have a problem with their CGI at the end. Oh my goodness. And no, Killmonger is not that great of a villain. Look at him and go, alright, he's not that great. Just because they put this much backstory into his character doesn't mean he's that good. Alright, anyway, moving on. Number 3 on my list is a movie that most people were looking forward to for a long time, including myself, and that's Avengers Infinity War. So back-to-back Marvel movies. Now, Infinity War, I rewatched it about a week ago, and I don't think it holds up. It just really doesn't. It's a good movie in itself, but moments of that movie are great, and moments of it aren't great. Now, this is my top movies of the year list, but I'm still picking apart these movies because they still have problems. That's kind of the way it is this year. But one of the best parts of Infinity War is that when Thor goes and gets his new hammer axe thing. That whole scenario is by far the most powerful part of the movie. And I wish they had done more stuff like that, but they had to introduce so many characters. They could have cut out the whole Wakanda portion of the movie, and it still would have been a good movie. Like, that whole portion is just kind of meh. It doesn't do anything. It was like, oh, we're just going to go fight in Wakanda because we wanted to, because we did good in Black Panther. Like, it's like, come on. Like, the more exciting parts of this movie were the really personal moments. Gamora and Thanos, their little involvement was powerful. Thanos was awesome. He's a great villain. I think that they've developed him correctly, and he has a purpose and a goal, and you almost do feel sorry for him in parts. And it's like, wow, that's awesome. And Josh Brolin killed it as him. Anytime that it became unpersonal, I stopped caring about the characters. That was just kind of a bummer because they have so many characters, it's just going to happen. But it's still a really good movie. Go watch it. I don't know if it's better than the first Avengers movie just because of the nostalgia of the first one, but maybe that'll be a video for later, comparing all the Marvel movies or something like that. But Infinity War, number 3. All right, moving on to number 2. All right, number 2 is a movie that a lot of people didn't like or didn't see or didn't care to see, but being a huge Wes Anderson fan, I went to see Isle of Dogs, and I was not disappointed. I love that movie. It's so clever. The writing is awesome. The characters are just great, like the dog characters. You get so much emotion and complexity to these dogs through the great voice acting, but the great writing as well, that it's amazing what they could do. And I just really like the movie. It was so long ago that I saw it. It was like, I mean, right when it came out in theaters. And I can't even remember all of it. I'm kind of like going through my head going, okay, what was it about it? But I still think about that movie a lot. And I love the characters. I really love the main dog in it. And his interaction with the kid and how he's like, he still is a dog, but he's not. And he's like fighting with that. And I just think it's a great, fun movie. If you like Fantastic Mr. Fox, you're going to like Isle of Dogs. They're virtually the same type of movie. Saying kind of stop motion weird stuff. But if you're not a Wes Anderson fan, you probably won't like the movie. But I am, so I put it on my list. Number one movie I saw this year was one that I saw at the beginning of the year, and I think the reason it's the best movie I saw this year is that it is going to hold up for a long time, and that is A Quiet Place. Now, A Quiet Place is it's kind of a horror movie, but more of a thriller, and I really like thrillers. I don't like horror. There's very few horror movies I like, but I love a good thriller, and this one was a good mix of the two. It wasn't so gruesome and bloody that it was like, this is stupid, and it wasn't jump scares. It was very well developed because of the sound design that they used in the movie, and John Krasinski, awesome job acting and awesome job directing, and all the characters in this movie, that you only follow a family of like 5 people, you follow them through their life of living through this must-be-quiet world, and the struggles that they go through, and then her being pregnant and that causing problems, and it's just so well put together that I think this is one of those movies that in 10, 15 years you could watch it again and go, yeah, that's still a good movie. Like, they didn't rely on heavy special effects, which a lot of movies do, and it was honestly, it felt like the good version of Bird Box. Now, say what you want, but Bird Box, had it come out in theaters, would not have been as good as people said it was. It was fine. I watched it, I was like, okay, it's pretty good. It was creepy for a little bit, and then I'm over it. And I'm already not even thinking about that movie, and I watched it like 3 days ago. Whereas A Quiet Place, I'm still thinking about it. That's because I think it was better developed, and the story and the acting was just top-notch. Now, Sandra Bullock is good, but all the characters in Bird Box were fake. Like, you just watch me like, this is every stereotypical character you can think of is in this. Like, it was just dumb like that. Whereas A Quiet Place relies on this group of people, no stereotypes, it's very unstereotypical. Like, there's the deaf girl in it, and that adds a huge aspect to the movie, and just all this stuff. And I just think A Quiet Place is one of those movies that people should go watch. Now, it's not a Best Picture movie. None of these movies, I think, should even be nominated for Best Picture. But it was still my favorite movie of the year. So that's what I got. Now, I'm going to probably go see some of the other movies before the Oscars come out. I think this year, in general, was just really poor for movies. I'm really looking forward to next year. Hopefully some stuff surprises us. Some big directors might come out with some good stuff. No big directors this year came out with anything good. It was kind of just disappointing. So I'm hoping some of those big directors, Scorsese, Spielberg, they got stuff coming in around. So we'll see what comes out and how good it is. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and thank you for watching. And let me know what movie review you want me to do next. I will try and start doing one every week, probably every Monday. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching. Peace.